Okay, so there's this little makeshift shelter I have here for my generator, and the storm season is sort of behind us here now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the generator, and then I'm going to drain out the gas. When the storms blow real hard out here, the power will go out, you know, fairly often, and it's really good to have a standby generator. So we found that this little one here does most everything we need. It's just a 4,000 watt generator. It's about 3,000 running watts, I think, but you know, we can run our refrigerator and some lights and things like that when the power's out. Okay, just let me get this started. We're going to run it for a little bit, and then we'll drain the gas. All right, switch on. So fuel on, choke on. All right, that should be ready to go. We're just going to let that run for about 10 minutes, and I'm going to turn the fuel off, let it run dry. We're going to bring this guy out. Okay, there we are. Okay, so I've got a container here that we can drain the gas into, and then I'm going to transfer it into a gas can. So it might be a little easier if we can just take the air filter off here and get at that hose where it joins to the carburetor. So let me see here, it looks like a couple of Phillips screws. Okay. All right. All right. Out of there. Maybe give this a little twist. Okay, pull that off. Okay, we'll put that down in the can, and we'll turn the fuel on. And our intention is to drain all that out, and then we're also going to drain the bowl on the carburetor. Make sure we get all the old gas out. Time to drain this out. I'm going to clean this little strainer too. Look at that. That's some of the stuff that came out of some of these cans, I guess, at one point. It's good that that's in there. And that looks like it. There we are. Empty tank. Okay. Okay, there's a drain on the bowl, but I think what I'm going to do is just take the bowl right off, and we'll wipe it out, see if there's anything in there. Yeah, you know something, I swear, when I turn on a camera, people start up equipment, you know, the neighbors all start weed whacking and lawn mowing, and oh, do you hear that down there? It's just like magic. I turn on a camera and they turn on their weed whacker. Okay, let's get this bowl off there. Okay, and just bring that down gently. There, get that down. And let's take a look at that. There's a little bit of sediment in there. We can wipe that out and put that back on, but you can see where even where the drain is higher than the bottom, right? So it does pay to take the bowl off to clean it out. Okay, we got the bowl clean, and put that back on. Everything else looks good in there, and the drain was facing this way, and the gasket still looks good on the bottom. All right, that's good. just open this again and make sure we got every little drop of gas out of the tank, and we do. Okay, hook that back up onto the carburetor for next time. All right, put our clip on there. Like that. Okay, everything's good there. All right, we'll put our air filter back on. Okay, we've got our cover wiped out. Crankcase breather hose through there. And back on like that. Air filter looks really good. I'm just going to go over and I'm going to pour that gas that we drained out of this today into one of my vehicles. Now, that said, this is straight gas. It's unmixed. Now, if you're draining out a chainsaw or a weed whacker or something like that that takes 2-cycle fuel, we'll save that aside. You might be able to burn that in your lawnmower or something like that, but I don't recommend putting mixed gas in your vehicle, because that'll, you know, disturb the fuel air ratio and the mixture, and there's sensors in there and stuff, and it's not good for your catalytic converter either. So yeah, don't put mixed gas in your 4-cycle engines, other than, you know, if you've got an old lawnmower or something like that, and you know, you can use it up in, you know, something like that. But that's the only thing, you know. You won't have, you know, a high quantity of it either. You know, you'll have it, you know, how much you're going to have left over in a chainsaw before the winter, you know, not much. So you could save that aside and use it up, you know, maybe in some other small 4-cycle engine that you've got. And that usually, you know, it's not going to cause a lot of trouble if you use it right away. Yeah, this gas it's had some stabilizer in it, so it's not that it's bad gas. It's just that it's not going to get any newer sitting in the tank on the generator. So put it in the car. That'll mix with, you know, a greater volume of gas in there, and it'll be fine. And then the next time we go to start the generator, it's got an empty tank and an empty bowl on the carburetor ready to go. That's about 3 gallons that I got out of that generator, so that's okay. I'll put her in here. Okay, I got this cleaned. Put that in there. Alright, so there's another thing is there's fuel stabilizer you can get. That helps extend the life of fuel a little bit, you know, but it's not a magic pill for it. You know, you can't just leave this in and think that, oh, well, I've got fuel stabilizer in it and it's going to make it last forever. The gas does break down even with this in it, and it'll still gum up a carburetor to some degree with this in it. So it's still a good idea to use fuel stabilizer. There's a, you know, the brand name one is Stable. This is a knockoff, but it's the same composition. These products will make a claim that it'll keep the fuel fresh for a certain length of time. It doesn't hurt, but it's not the same as draining that fuel out and using fresh fuel the next time. So anyway, that concludes this video. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this has helped someone, and we'll see you again here very soon on Everyday Projects. Bye for now.